Hey, beautiful people. Today we are going to learn about Realtime Board. Now, Realtime Board is a virtual whiteboard that you can use as sort of a traditional whiteboard, or you can also use it as a sort of collaborative planning tool for your classroom and for your students. Realtime Board offers a lot of really cool features, and we are going to explore some of those today. So the first thing you see when you go to realtimeboard.com is this home page. And I'm not going to play this video in the middle because otherwise there would be no point in me making this video. So instead we're just going to kind of dive right into it. If you're new to Realtime Board, you can sign up by clicking up here in this little blue box, and that will bring you to the option of signing in through Facebook, through Google, or through making a traditional account. I signed up through Google because I think that's really easy, and it would also be easy to do for your students too if they have a Gmail account. So just for time's sake, I already have it logged in on this tab, and this is sort of the dashboard that they bring you to. So on our dashboard, this is my account. This is sort of where I can access all of the boards I've created, favorited, or boards that people have shared with me. I can also see in this column under active boards if anyone's looking at my boards in real time. So that's kind of cool. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to create a board. So I clicked create a board and now it brings me to this and I have to think of a title for a board. So I'm just going to say Tech Class is Awesome. Here I can make it private or public. If you have a free account like I do, you can only have up to 3 private boards. So you might not want to make them private. That sort of restricts you on how many you can have. But I'm going to leave mine private for now. Right here you'll see invite participants. This is just like Google Docs or any of the applications we use on Google Drive where you can share it with others through email and they can collaborate with you. This is exactly the same. I'm not going to fill that out now because I don't think anyone's online but me. But I'm going to just go down here and click create. And now it brings me to different templates you can choose from. There are a lot of cool ones here. I invite you guys to explore them. They have Venn diagrams, calendars, there's a timeline down here, a visual story map, really cool things for the classroom. But just because I sort of want to take us on a sort of whiteboard journey, I'm going to click on this blank one right here and we're just going to start out fresh and clean. So the cool thing about Realtime Board is that it has a lot of options that are similar to those we explored through Smartboard. The only difference is that this is online on your browser and multiple people can be working on this whiteboard at once. So if you're a teacher and you want to use it as a traditional whiteboard, that's awesome. But if you're a student and you want to sort of collaborate with your classmates on a project or you want to study together or review notes together, this is also a great tool for that as well. So here's my blank whiteboard, and you can see that it's not actually blank. There are some grid lines here. This is really great if you want to draw a graph or make something that has to be more structured or exact. This would be a really great space to do it. Our main toolbar is down here. A lot of these functions I think most of us will be familiar with. We have zoom in and out down here. This hand grabby tool lets me grab and drag my whiteboard to different parts of it, much like we see with Prezi, for example. We have a cursor down here, a pen tool down here, so I can write notes. Yay! Writing notes is fun. If I didn't want to handwrite them, I could use a typing tool so I can type my notes instead. Ooh, can't spell, that's fine. I can draw shapes, so again, for graphs or for anything mathematical, geometric, this is really cool. If you want to make a graphic organizer, this would also be really awesome. Sticky notes make everything dynamic. Did you know? I don't know. I love sticky notes. I'll bet you didn't know that. I didn't know that until just now because I made that up. Okay. So I'm going to move that around here. Now the great thing about Realtime Board is that if you run out of space, you can just grab this hand tool, click here, and I can drag it and suddenly make a new room. This is really great as a teacher if you want all of your notes for a unit to be on the same whiteboard. Suddenly all of your instruction is centralized and it gives you a really great access point so you can just distribute this one whiteboard to all of your students and they have all of the notes and all of the things they need to know, and that's awesome. So let's say I have more notes here And I share it with my students, and my students who can access this whiteboard can actually comment on the board as well. Similarly, if they were using this for a planning project or for a presentation or any sort of assignment, you can give instant feedback through this comment tool. So I could say, Miss Countryman, I don't get it. I don't know. And suddenly I have a comment. So when I go back to this whiteboard, I can see what other people think. You can have instant feedback. That's really important for differentiated instruction. So I really like that tool. I think it's awesome. So like I said before, you can sort of make these graphic organizer things with the shapes and everything, but if you want to sort of turn it into a flowchart, not only do you have access to this arrow thing, but you can also link things like this, and this sort of turns it into a lucid chart type thing where I can make a sort of flowchart that way. And that's really exciting. But let's say I didn't want to do that, I can just click this handy dandy undo button right here. Lastly, on our toolbar, we have add pictures, documents, or videos to this board. This is awesome. So I can click on this, and if I click the from URL one down here at the bottom, I can enter a link to any video or a link to any image, and it'll just plop that image right here on the whiteboard. So that's really cool. Alternatively, I can upload files from my own computer. There aren't any on here. And that's neat. Let's see. Up here, we have another toolbar. This home button will take me back to the dashboard where we started earlier. This brings me to a shortcut where I can again visit the boards that I've made, favorited, or shared. Here I can invite collaborators, people who can view my board and also add to my board. So I could invite my students, my peers, my partners for a project, anything I want. This guy is a default. He looks really weird and creepy. And you can see they have really handy contacts for your Facebook and for your Google contacts, so I won't have to go around searching for email addresses. This library function up here is really neat. Icon Finder is sort of like a clip art gallery, so you can make really nice infographics or presentations using this gallery feature. I can also connect to my Google Drive and pull any files or images I have saved from my Google Drive and plop them right here on the whiteboard too. Up here we have our handy dandy share button. That gives me a lot of options. I can download this board, so if I want it saved to my computer, if I'm a student who wants to use it as a study tool, I can just save it. I can save it as an image, a PDF, save right to my Google Drive, which is awesome. It'll save to the cloud. I can embed it into a website. So for example, if I was a teacher and my class had a website or a school blog, this would be really helpful. And I can post it to Facebook. Also, another cool feature up here is this chat button. So let's say I have several collaborators on this one whiteboard. We can sort of chat to each other off the side about what we're working on at the time. And that can be really helpful for a student who's working on a project. So that's Realtime board, and I'll just quickly zoom out so I can show you. So this is sort of what your whole board would look like. Let's close this chat window. And you can see how this sort of having an endless board where I can put all of my notes for a unit or all of my planning for a project creates this really dynamic space, and I think it would be really cool for a classroom. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I highly encourage you to check out Realtime Board. I think it's really fun. I think it could be really nice for all of the classrooms, and it has a lot of pros that I think Smartboard also had. Um, and it sort of eliminates that one student at a time disadvantage with the smartboard. So I think this is really cool. Of course, it's free, and that's always nice. And yeah, so play around with it. Enjoy. Oh my god, that was such a weird voice. All right.